All right, hey everyone. So it's the Thursday after Memorial Day, and Memorial Day. Oh, sorry about the camera. Memorial Day tends to mark what I consider the beginning of what I consider stock season, and by stocks I mean the stock market, um, making money, investing in businesses. Free money is good, right? Who doesn't like free money? So, this is the first video like this that I'm going to be posting in quite a while. And it's because the weather's getting nicer and I'm driving around more, I guess. And yeah, it's been a while. I can't remember the last time I actually posted just kind of like a talkie talk type video. Um, so anyone that might be new to my channel, um, takes a very special kind of person to want to follow my channel. A lot of requirements, I would say. Um, on my channel, I do a little bit of hunting and hunting type tutorials. So you got to be cool with eating food and not talking about the fake processed kind of food. And I do a little bit of archery that's associated with hunting, and I don't really do the Olympic style competition target archery. I do more compound bow stuff, utility, you know. I do it in association with hunting, even though I've done archery since well before that. Starting to get a little off track, but I have to kind of delve into what my channel's kind of evolved into over the last several years. So yeah, you got to be cool with hunting. You got to be cool with archery. I hope everyone would be cool with archery because it's about as old as human history. Every culture has some form of archery in one way or the other. And as the hunting seasons come to an end, I tend to devolve into gaming, retro gaming, Battlefield, Age of Empires, just weird stuff, horror games I started doing recently. But as the summer is ramping up, starting with Memorial Day, I kind of anticipate that I won't be gaming as much. Start that back up next year, but don't be surprised if you see some gaming videos. I am totally not against gaming. I think gaming is can be bad if you do it too much. It can keep you from going outdoors and being physical, and you can quote unquote rot away if you focus too much on it. But I do think it's good for the brain. It's gaming. I mean, it's going to keep your mind active and it's going to keep your reflexes, at least your mental reflexes, pretty quick. So, gaming, I do flight sims. I would like to get as comfortable with flying and aviation as I am with hunting. There's a lot of barriers to that, physically, financially, and all that good stuff. But that's something I'm chipping away at slowly. And summertime again is where we're going to be right now. Stocks. And I like talking about stocks because I personally feel that the stock market is the only escape we have from this reality. Working, working, working. If you own a business, that is still really hard. A lot of work, a lot of responsibility, a lot of liability. So you could own a business And everyone thinks that's all fine and dandy, but it's still work. You're still stuck, and probably more so than your average employee. So, other than the lottery, which I feel like the lottery is terrible odds, or being blessed with generational wealth, that sort of stuff, I really feel the stock market is the only way out for a lot of people. And has it gotten me out? No. um, I'm underwater, I would consider. Um, but I'm floating to the top, and sometimes I can jump up and gasp for some air before the waves push me back down. But I feel like, eventually it'll pay off. And I will say that I've been interested in stocks, so I'm 41. I thought I was 42. I'll be 42 this year, I think. And yeah, I don't even know how old I am half the time. Anyway, I have been interested in stocks since I took a stock investing class in high school. I was probably 16, maybe 17, somewhere thereabouts. And I never actually got into stocks at that point. It was all virtual type online stuff, fake money. Didn't do good at all. I just didn't understand it. I got interested in real money with stocks probably around 2007, and had a good hit that got me a vacation, and that hooked me. And from there, I figured if I dump more money, I'll be even better off. My strategy early on was not the best. It was kind of like, what gave me a good hit in my early years was investing money into a faltering business that ended up turning itself around. So I guess you could say that my brain got programmed to think that would be the case almost every time you saw a business faltering. And through some painful lessons, I learned that if a business is faltering, there's like a 9 out of 10 chance it is not going to turn around, and it's just going to go bankrupt. Early on, I avoided all the top companies because I figured, if they're already the top, I would have had to get in years ago. I've actually had a very swift change of heart on that, really just in the last few years, and realized that's pretty much the key to success. They are the top for a reason. And that's gonna get us to the point of this video today. We're gonna be talking, hopefully pretty briefly, about emotions and their effect on stock price. So everyone thinks that I'm not going to say everyone. Commonly, I encounter individuals that think that stock prices are just completely random and they're based on gut feeling. And they're very much at the mercy of the market, like who is actually investing their money in them, and that, they can easily pull the rug, and that's that. So that is a factor, But we also have to take into account what an actual stock is. What is a share? So, a share is obviously a portion of the company's worth. So, a company could own assets such as 100 tons worth of gold, or say the business actually has a stockpile of, say, $100 million in the bank, just pure cash. What a stock is that's your certificate of ownership of your share of the business. So, say there's 1,000 shares outstanding, and you own one share. That entitles you to 1/1000th of that money that they have for cash. Obviously minus debt, liabilities, so on and so forth. So, how can you place emotion on that? That is real hard facts. So, at the end of the day, the stock price is based in reality. There are financial reports every 4 times a year, quarterly reports every 3 months. And that quarterly report kind of outlines the facts of the business. And it's hard to ignore that. So yes, emotions play into stock prices, but at the end of the day, a very successful business, if they have $1 billion in the bank, you can't argue with that. It's worth what it's worth. There's no arguing with that. I will say where emotions come into more play, they're probably a lot stronger on very weak businesses, because you might have a business, you commonly have these small businesses that make no money, they have no assets, they're burning $2 a share every quarter, and somehow they still maintain some level of demand, like they should be penny stocks, but maybe they're, $20 a share. I would say that's going to be more emotion when people are paying way above and beyond what the business is actually worth. So it goes both ways. Emotion does play into it, but also the stock price is based heavily in reality. So this is why we have financial reports 4 times a year, to kind of get us back to level footing. So if you have a stock dropping on news, again, news is emotion, it's not really anything, then you wait for that quarterly report, it's going to snap back to where it should be. We saw that in practice recently, with a stock that goes by the ticker symbol TSLA. So you look up that company, whatever it is, and that company has taken a pretty big hit in January and February for some reason. And after the quarterly report, it shot right back up. So the quarterly report, you can count on that kind of slapping us back into reality 4 times a year. But outside of those quarterly reports, yes, these companies are subject to emotional manipulation. And if a company doesn't have any value at all, it's heavily subject to manipulation emotionally, because really, how do you divide a company that has no money among 100,000 shares? What are you dividing it by? It's not worth anything. just throw it in the toilet. I don't know. It's just not worth anything. So you just make it up a number. At that point, it's like whatever people are willing to pay for it. So yeah, that's highly emotional. Negative companies. So hope this is getting you excited to make some money. I really like helping people make money. Because it is there for us to claim. It is the only way that we can make money by owning a business and not actually having to do the work. And not everyone is physically capable of working. And you have this money, you might have money laying around, and it's actually cash, because of inflation, just sitting there is actually losing money every single year. It's devaluing. So you need it to be able to grow. And the stock market is a way to grow. So if you aren't into stocks, I would love you to actually get into them. It doesn't mean open an account tomorrow and, throw all your life savings in there. But I think if you are interested in just kind of immersing yourself a little more, definitely give my channel, subscribe to my channel. By subscribing to me, you're actually a very highly qualified special person, I will say. You're going to be the type of person that does want to be able to make money without working. I want to be able to teach you that. You're going to be pretty awesome because you're going to have to be cool with archery and more advanced target shooting, I would say. And you're going to have to be cool with, if there's a zombie apocalypse, that you're not going to be stuck and you're still going to be able to eat, because you're going to be cool with being able to find your own food and getting it and eating. You're not going to be relying on other stuff. So you're going to be cool. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of qualifications to follow my channel. Because I do a lot of stuff, and you got to be cool with video gaming, because sorry, I am a product of the 1980s. Yes, I grew up with NES. I got a Nintendo game every Christmas, and that's just what I like. Sorry. So yeah, I like Nintendo and Genesis, and I like free money through stocks, and I like to know that if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna be cool because I know how to get all the food and that sort of stuff. So if you're into that stuff, subscribe. And again, we're just starting to touch upon the stock market. I do this time of year because the winter is just terrible in the stock market. That's actually when you want to buy. But I'm gonna kind of, through the years, because I've been doing this for years, I'm going to be kind of giving hints and guiding you, because I've refined my investing strategy a lot over the years. I've made my mistakes, and I'm actually past my mistakes. And at this point, I'm just enjoying investing. I haven't really made it by any means, but I have stopped the bleeding every single year through investment mistakes. And I know what mistakes I've made, and I know exactly, how successful people are doing things just through a lot of hard work and investigation on my end. So if you want to kind of start to immerse yourself in stocks, free money, and investing, again, give me a subscribe. If that's what you're in it for, you're going to have to weed through a lot to find the stock stuff, because I also game and I also hunt and do other stuff. fly planes if I can. Huge roadblocks there, but that's my goal. And yeah, that's what my channel's been about. Right now, May 29th, 2025. My channel is actually very, very old. I don't know what it goes back to, like 2010 maybe, 15 years. But I didn't push it. I probably did some random video game videos, like here and there, over the years. I didn't start to push it until the last couple of years or so. I probably had like 10 subscribers for 10 to 12 years. And then once I started trying to push it, I grew to 100 pretty fast. Grew to 1,000 within a few months, and I'm at 1,450 or so right now. My goal would be to get 10,000 subscribers. And again, all these subscribers are probably likely going to be into gaming, stocks, and hunting. And it's going to be a culmination of all those three things people are going to have to be cool with. Because not all people that are into stocks are into hunting. A lot of people into hunting aren't into video games. And a lot of video game people aren't into hunting or stocks. So you're a special kind of person if you really like my channel. Well, you subscribe to my channel. You got to be very special. And the thing is, you should like all three. Because hunting, even though we like to think it's free, let's just call it free. Trust me, it's not free. If you like $1,000 venison burgers, you'll get into hunting. But I will promise you, if there's a zombie apocalypse, at least you'll know how to get free food. Free food, free money, stocks, and video games, they're just fun, and they just make us better at life and reflexes and memory, and probably makes us less old. Archery. Who doesn't like archery? Archery is awesome. So if you invest in stocks, I want to know what your experience has been. And if you have none, or if you don't invest, that's cool. If you're into gaming, let me know what games you like, because I like a lot of games and I just like to kind of explore different opportunities. And if you're into hunting, definitely want to know what experience you have there. And if you're into archery, definitely want to know what experience you have there. Do you shoot traditional? Do you shoot compound bow? Or whatever. So anyway, first video like this of the year, I think, maybe, I don't know. And there will be more. This is just to kind of break it up a little. The last few videos I've been doing a lot of live streams for like retro games and such. And yeah, this is just to break it up a little. And I can pretty much guarantee some exciting stuff is going to be happening on the stock market this summer, so I will probably be posting more videos like this, just reacting to stock market stuff and news. If you really are into stock market stuff, there is a tutorial on my channel. If you just type in stock market lessons on my channel under the search bar, you should find it. It's a playlist, probably like 4 or 5 different videos all linked. That'll at least get you on even footing. Anyway, hope you enjoy that. And yeah, it's been 24 minutes, so I'm out. See y'all later. Give me a subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends if they are highly qualified special people to follow my channel. Talk to y'all later. Bye.